Hi, we're here with Jenn Li, the artist and illustrator for ChinChatComics, a topical comic featuring chinchillas. So Jen, can you talk a little bit about yourself and your comic?
Sure. I started ChinChatComics, worked actively in it in 2010, and it's a comic based on 4 very unforgettable main characters and a cast of whole other adventures that they go on. So we publish weekly on ChinChatComics.com, as well as we're published in a newspaper at the moment, and we've been on FML, and we also have an iPhone app.
So
it's a lot.
Okay, we'll get to the iPhone app. So which newspaper do you publish in?
Right now it's for a Christian newspaper called Truth Monthly. So it's a Chinese newspaper, but it runs monthly now.
In one of your comics, you're slaying the procrastination beast, or Shakespeare is slaying the procrastination beast. So what gave you the idea to draw that comic?
Well, I was always battling that procrastination problem in my life, and I think a lot of students and regular people do that. So I thought, how fun would it be if procrastination was actually embodied into a monster? And how fun would it be to actually kill it and literally get rid of it?
I see that some from your comics you offer advice in your comics. Do you find that as a good topic to draw about?
Definitely. I think comics are a way of storytelling, but also a way of communicating with people and telling them kind of from my experience, channeled through my characters and sort of like a lovable, easy to read sense.
So, can you explain a little bit about your characters then? Like what personality does Shakespeare do you have?
Well, Shakespeare's our main character, and he's kind of cynical, he's sarcastic, but he's very smart. And then we have Rollo, who's like his off and on girlfriend, and she's really independent. She doesn't really take a lot of bull crap. And then we have Ling Ling, who's actually voted our favorite character, and he's like this awkward Chinese immigrant chinchilla that's kind of joined the cast, and he's always up to no good. He's always pranking people, he's always making mischiefs. And we have Toby, who is the fattest chinchilla you'll ever see, and him and Ling Ling are like best friends, like they're inseparable. And then we also have another few like sub sort of characters that come in and out, like Pixel, who's the baby, and so on and so on.
So I see that in one of your comics you sent Pixel to jail.
Yeah.
So what are your views on SOPA and DMCA? Why do you feel the need to send poor little Pixel to jail?
Well, I think there's should be moderation in everything that you do, right? Clean downloading or piracy, and I think the more that you close the internet off, I think the more it's going to turn people away from it. So I was using Pixel as an extreme example of what could happen to you if you downloaded illegally.
About your character, so what is the exact nature of Roland and Shakespeare's relationship? I find that in it, they're sometimes dating, sometimes not dating and fighting. Sometimes he's on a gay dating website.
Well, Rollo and Shakespeare have a very off and on relationship. Kind of like, sometimes they break up, sometimes they're back together. Kind of like Archie and Veronica, Archie and Betty. So, they're always in kind of like a hiatus in where they are.
So you drew a comic on Diablo 3. Are you a gamer? Do you play in games?
I used to play the original Diablo, and I haven't had time to play the new one, but I would really love to. But I know as soon as I play it, I'm going to stop doing anything.
So back to the procrastination beast thing again.
Yeah, exactly.
You used to play a lot of games. Is that one of the reasons why you have an iPhone app out, iPhone game, ChinBounce?
Yeah, definitely. ChinBounce was one of our earlier kind of concoctions for ChinChat, and we're just playing around with what would be a fun way to see the characters in action, actually physically interact with them.
Okay, can you explain a little bit about the game?
So it's a scene where Shakespeare is trying to defeat Mao, the communist cat, and the communist cat is trying to brainwash the rest of the ChinChat characters. So in the game, you're trying to defeat Mao so you can save the whole world of ChinChat.
That's quite an ambitious goal. I see Shakespeare aims high.
So you can download it in the iOS store today.
On some lighter notes, how do you feel have more than 1,000 fans? You announced that proudly on your Facebook, and right now I think you're over 1,500. So how do you feel accomplished in 2 years to get that many fans?
I feel really good, and thank you so much to all my fans that have helped me all over the world. I mean, I owe it to a lot of my I call them chinchatters. A lot of them in Indonesia, in USA mostly, UK, France. A big shout out to PJ Weaver and Celia Francisca and Joshua Rogers, who have been the ones that have been there for me and really helped me a lot.
What do you have against rainbows? I find that in 2 of your comics I've read, one of them had a lot of dead, I believe, leprechauns in the rainbow. Another has a Nyan cat flying off while they're staring at a pile of her excrement.
Yeah.
So you're something against rainbow, or you're something against sort of instant wealth?
I'm sort of against the whole idea of instant wealth. Exactly. Like, you think there's something at the end of the rainbow, but really, there's nothing there. And you should really just work hard. And life is about working hard and getting to that point that you want to go.
So you certainly worked hard in your 2 years to get the comic up to this level. When you first started your comic, they were on 4 legs. So why do you change the design from this 4-legged chinchillas to now they're upright chinchillas?
That's a good question. I get asked that all the time on my podcasts, and I do with other people. And the main thing was, it's more relatable when they're on 2 legs, when we're standing up, than when they're on 4 legs. And if you look at the evolution of ChinChatComics from 2010 till now, there's a drastic change in the characters and how they look.
Yeah, and the personality stays the same, or personality will change?
Personalities have evolved through storylines, and it's a living comic.
Yes. They evolve, yes.
Yeah.
So what are some other topics that you usually draw about in your comics, aside from usually Rolo or Ling Ling's search for love and other issues like DMCA? What other topics do you usually draw about?
I like to talk about racism and races, as well as gender roles, relationships, anything that you can relate to in life that my viewers and audience love. I usually go for that. And even trends like Nyan Cat, Pikachu, Pokemon, things like that, Diablo 3.
Yeah, were you a Pokemon fan? Because you have many references to Pokemon as well.
Yeah, I love Pokemon. So
I think my favorite line, though, it seems kind of odd, is STD, it's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all.
Yeah, that was kind of inappropriate.
That was it. We'll show the comic up. We'll put the comic up so you can see what it means. Yeah. But how do you come up with those lines? And what's the thought process going into that?
Just a lot of time on 9gag and Reddit and a lot of just viral sites and just seeing what's going on and what people are talking about. Because I think in order to be a successful webcomic or be any sort of webcomic, you have to know what's going on the internet.
Yeah. So yes, a lot of your stuff does actually cover topics on the internet. Yes. You can check out more of her work at ChinChatComics.com. And you can meet her at MiniComi July 7th, as well as 60 other groups of artists. So we'll see you there on July 7th. Bye.
Bye.